We're going to continue to look at our topic of cells, organs and tissues, but in this video for B2 AQA GCSE Science we're going to look more at plants. Now in plants the main organs we have are the roots, stem and the leaves. And as you probably know, the roots are there to absorb water from the soil. They also provide a bit of anchorage and they also absorb minerals. The stem is there to transport those minerals and water and other substances around the plant. And the leaves, well, they are the main organ for photosynthesis. And you need to know a little bit more detail about the structure of the leaves. So if I was to take one of those leaves, expand it, if I then sliced it down the middle there, you could see what we call a cross section. Now you could magnify that under a microscope and you would see something that looks a bit like that. So basically what I've done there is I've sliced the leaf. We're looking at a section like from there, and we've just magnified it so that we can see the cells and tissues inside. So that's what we're looking at. Now if I just make that slightly larger so that we can see a bit more clearly, these are the cells and tissues that are present in the leaf of a plant. At the top here we have what we call epidermal tissue, and that's basically just a type of tissue that covers parts of the plant, and in this example it's covering the top of the leaf. We also have epidermal tissue at the bottom here as well, so both sides of the leaf has epidermal tissue, and below that we have tissue that's called mesophyll tissue. And the job of mesophyll tissue, well, there's two types. There's this type at the top made of what we call palisade cells, so we actually call that palisade mesophyll, and down here we have another type of mesophyll that we call spongy mesophyll. And between these two tissues we say it's mesophyll tissue, and they are responsible for doing most of the photosynthesis. They have lots of these things called chloroplasts which help to absorb sunlight, and they do the main job of photosynthesis in the plant. Now the other type of tissue that we have over here is I suppose for transportation. We don't call it transport tissue, but the job of this tissue is transportation, and there's two types. There's one called xylem and another type called phloem. I switched to uppercase for some reason, don't know why. But anyway, so we've got xylem tissue here which transports water and minerals around the plant, and we've got phloem which transports other kinds of substances, usually products of photosynthesis, but also a few other types of molecule as well that are made in the plant. So we've got tissue here for transporting substances around, we've got epidermal tissue for covering, and we've got mesophyll tissue in the leaf mainly for photosynthesis.